all have insecurities, but celebrities seem so poised and together that we forget that they have flaws just like the rest of us. Some of the rich and famous are actually quite insecure. Just check out this list. You won't believe what Cameron Dallas is insecure about. Are you new here? Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more. Now, here are 10 celebs who are actually very insecure. Rowan Blanchard. If you've ever seen the cult classic television show Boy Meets World, then you know why it has become such a favorite among fans. Its lighthearted comedy paired with constant valuable lessons made it a staple in American culture while it was on air. Even years after the show went off air, people were still talking about it. So much so that Disney decided to bring it back with a spin-off called Girl Meets World. The show centers around Corey and Topanga's daughter as she grew up and tried to manage life as a teenager. The show has been running since 2014. Fans have even been excited to see not only how Corey and Topanga's relationship has grown and blossomed, but also how their daughter grows up in the world. Cast in the lead role, Rowan Blanchard was thrust into fame maybe more quickly than she was ready to be. She recently said in an interview that she tries not to read the comments section on Instagram because people will write mean things. A few people have called her ugly and said other rude comments on her Instagram page. That is enough to make anyone feel insecure. Ugh, we're so sorry, Rowan. Kim Kardashian. When you think of fame and beauty, who is one of the first people that you think about? Well, for most people, international reality star Kim Kardashian is pretty high on that list. She rose to stardom almost out of nowhere. Her father was the infamous lawyer Rob Kardashian. Because of her father's success, Kim grew up in some of the most lavish surroundings that anyone could ever hope for or dream of. Eventually, her family landed a reality show that would take her wealth and fame to the next level. Her hit show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, made her a household name. On the show, Kim was known for her amazing beauty. She was dubbed the good-looking sister throughout the beginning of the series and often the center of attention. Looking at Kim and all the success that her looks have given her, you might think that she isn't insecure about anything. How could she be? She's gorgeous. But she actually is very insecure about a few things. In a Huffington Post article, she admitted that she does not find herself as sexy as other people do, and that she is actually a lot more insecure than anyone would ever guess. Anna Kendrick. Have you seen Pitch Perfect? Of course you have. Unless you've been living under a rock, you have probably seen the cult favorite at least a few times. In fact, the movie was so popular that it was made into a sequel, and a third movie is currently in the works. The first movie followed a collegiate glee club as they all banded together despite social circle or academic background to rise to the top of the glee world. Anna Kendrick was the star of the film, and though she had been in many other things, including the film adaptation of Twilight, Pitch Perfect was what really caused her career to grow seemingly overnight. Kendrick is beloved by many people. Her quirky, cute disposition helped her to soar right into the hearts of viewers. She is also quite popular on Twitter. If you don't follow her, you are definitely missing out. Her tweets are some of the funniest that we have ever come across and are the perfect pick-me-up for any bad day. You would think that someone as funny and as well-liked as Kendrick would be very confident and sure of herself. But actually, the opposite is true. Kendrick admitted that she still gets insecure about everything. She went on to say that it surprises her when people know her name or face. We wonder how she feels when she sees herself on screen. Watching yourself in a movie must be torture if you're already insecure. Zendaya. Who doesn't love Zendaya? She is so talented. Fans everywhere can't get enough of her. Most people were introduced to her when she appeared in the Disney Channel sitcom Shake It Up. People instantly loved her funny and sassy attitude. From there, she released lots of music that did fairly well on the charts. When Shake It Up ended, Disney wasn't done with Zendaya yet. They loved her so much they wanted to keep her on their channel. They then cast her in the brand new show called KC Undercover. This time, Zendaya did not have to share the spotlight with anyone, as she was given the lead role all on her own. Besides being an actress and singer, Zendaya has also become somewhat of a fashion icon in her own right. Stylists and designers constantly vie for the chance to dress her for awards shows. As someone who is commonly listed on best dressed lists and other things of that nature, it seems like Zendaya would be very confident. In reality, Zendaya said that she didn't feel comfortable using her voice or speaking up until Shake It Up ended. Well, we are glad that you found your voice, Zendaya, because we love it. Don't you? Daniel Radcliffe. Harry Potter has been near and dear to us since the books first came out. Who knew back then that they would become such a huge success? The amazing world of wizardry and adventure that was created in them was just too much to pass up. Since its creation, the series has turned into a worldwide phenomenon, complete with multiple books and several movies. The role of Harry Potter was probably a hard one to cast for the film. The namesake character of any book or film is always extremely important, and if the wrong actor were cast, then the movies may have never reached the level of success that they currently have. So when Daniel Radcliffe scored the role of young Harry Potter, he must have been extremely ecstatic. As the movies grew, so did Radcliffe's career. Soon, he was a household name and had adoring fans from all over the world. All of this would make you think that Radcliffe is probably the most confident man in Hollywood. After all, everyone knows who he is. But when speaking of one of his newer roles to CNN, he said that he could relate to his character mostly because of the character's feelings of anxiety. He also said that he doesn't have as much confidence as he would like. That seems strange coming from such an amazing actor, but we guess everyone is insecure about something. Beyoncé. To know Beyoncé is to love her. She is one of the most influential superstars to ever grace a stage. Her powerful voice and amazing dance moves have pushed her to fame and fortune. When she started out in the popular group Destiny's Child, it was clear that there was something special about her. She sang most of the hooks, and fans soon began to note her as their favorite. When she broke off from the band to go her own way, people were unsure of how this would turn out. How many stars these days leave their group only to find out that they were better off together? Fortunately, that was not the case with Beyoncé. Her solo career is just as, if not more successful than the one she had with Destiny's Child. Tickets to her concerts sell out in minutes, and people all around the world wait for hours just to see her perform. Because Beyoncé is so popular, you might think that she never feels insecure. Her dances portray so much confidence that it would be strange for her to be any other way in her personal life. But when she was speaking to CNN, she said that she is just like everyone else. She believes that people see her and think that just because she has money and fame, she doesn't get nervous. But that's not the case at all. If Queen Bee feels insecure, then we don't feel so bad about our own insecurities. What about you? Cameron Dallas. When it comes to most young celebrities these days, it seems like everyone is becoming famous off of YouTube. Because of the website, stars like Justin Bieber have had a platform to showcase their talent and catch the eyes of notable people in their respective industries. Cameron Dallas is no different. This hunky heartthrob got his start on Vine. As with most Vine users, when the app started to go downhill, he transferred to YouTube and reached even greater success. Initially, all of his Vines were comedy-based. He would pull pranks on his roommates and friends and post it online. Since his rise to internet fame, Dallas has actually broken out of the box that some YouTubers get stuck in. He has even appeared in several movies, including Expelled and The Outfield. He is also currently starring in a Netflix show called Chasing Cameron. Dallas's boyish good looks have caused him to be the source of sighs from girls all around the world. Have you seen him? He looks like he was ripped right out of the pages of a magazine. When someone looks that good, what could they possibly have to be insecure about? Well, Dallas proves that insecurity and shyness are not just reserved for normal people. He once tweeted that he is usually shy and quiet most of the time. Who would have guessed that? Sarah Hyland. Modern Family catapulted the careers of almost everyone on the show into superstardom. Still currently running, the show is now in its 8th season, which for most television series these days is unheard of. The primetime sitcom centers around parents Phil and Claire as they try to raise their 3 children. Claire's brother and his husband also play major roles in the show as they try to raise their adopted daughter. Claire's father, his new wife, and his stepson round out the bunch and add an extra dose of hilarity to the show. Sarah Hyland plays Phil and Claire's oldest daughter. Her character started out as a saucy teenager with lots of attitude and even more boyfriends. She was one of the popular girls and much the opposite of her nerdy, unpopular sister. Hyland played the role so well that fans generally assumed that she was also as confident as her character. But Hyland has confessed that she does wish that she were taller and had some more curves. We get it. Everyone has something with their body that they wish was different. But we love Hyland and we think that she's perfect just the way that she is. Don't you? Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez has been everything from actress to singer and in between. Most people were introduced to this starlet when she appeared in Disney Channel's Wizards of Waverly Place. In the show, she played Alex Russo, who was a young wizard trying to balance her school life with her powers. Fans immediately fell in love with Gomez's portrayal of Alex. She was smart and funny and had a good heart. As Gomez moved on to the big screen in the movie Spring Breakers, her star power didn't seem to be slowing down at all. In fact, she has even stepped behind the screen to produce. You know that new Netflix show 13 Reasons Why? Great show, but you might be wondering why we're mentioning it. Well, Gomez is the one behind the book getting turned into a television series. Isn't that crazy? It must have taken some real confidence to produce something as you've never done it before. It would have been easier to stick to acting or singing, but Gomez wanted to step into a new arena. Even though she's confident in her business deals, Gomez said that what attracted her to 13 Reasons Why is how much she can relate to its main character Hannah, because the older she gets, the more insecure she becomes. Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato is another Disney Channel darling. From her blockbuster hit with the Jonas Brothers' Camp Rock, people immediately became fans of Lovato. Her voice alone is enough to make you fall in love with her. Her range is amazing. She can go extremely high or low on cue. A voice like that must have taken years of practice to cultivate. So it's no surprise that after wrapping up the Camp Rock movies, Lovato went on to become a world-renowned singer. Since her acting days, she has had chart-topping hit after chart-topping hit. It's really great to see a Disney Channel star doing so well even after their Disney days are long over. She even went on to be a judge on the American version of X Factor for a few years. Everyone knows that since the days of American Idol, talent search shows have become amazingly popular, and being a judge on such a show is no small feat. With so much success, you would think that Lovato would feel right at home in Hollywood, but it's actually quite the opposite. In an interview, she said that she feels like an outsider in the City of Angels. She doesn't like to go out or do a lot of things that stars her age like to do. We can definitely relate to being homebodies sometimes, Demi. Well, that's it for 10 celebs who are actually very insecure. What did you think? Were you surprised at anyone who was on this list? Did we miss anyone? Let us know in the comments. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye!